Oh, these mountain bandits. You know, it's kind of fitting with the narrative of these Alright, so for this video series, we're going to be playing with the solo scenario cards. These just give you an opportunity to have a way to play with the One Piece cards if the competitive scene just isn't a good fit for you. Also, with this series, I'm going to try and lean into the narrative aspect of the cards and then try and play through the story of One Piece. So play through the story of the show using the cards. So that said, the big question was where should we start out? I thought about starting with Boogie the Clown, but instead I thought, this story really begins with Monkey D. Luffy and his pink-haired friend Koby. So let's look at the decks we're going to use here. Again, I'm trying to keep the narrative nature of the story going with these scenarios. So I'm trying to use cards that fit that, but it's not always a perfect fit. We're just doing the best we can here. So of course we got to have Helmeppo for that first one in Shell's Town. And Zuzumi is a nice East Blue Navy character. We got a lot of blockers mixed in, a lot of 2K counters. Blockers, Koby cards. I'm going to be a Navy officer. That was a good narrative fit for us here. Garp's here, of course, the Alvida card. Another good fit. And of course, lots of Morgans. So that's kind of the deck we're going. So that's going to be our Marine faction at Navy Base 153 with Koby. For the Monkey D. Luffy, we're starting off. This is kind of a hard deck to play. We've got the initial Monkey D. Luffy, but then we didn't have as many options on what we could build with it because we're so early in the story. A lot of characters haven't been introduced. So we do have Shanks, his protector there. We've got Monkey D. Luffy. Really hoping to get this combo going where this Monkey D. Luffy can put two Dawn cards onto him. And then once he does that, boost the other Monkey D. Luffy. We're doing a lot of Monkey D. Luffy. Have the Mountain Bandits for that kind of early part of the story. Of course, Shell's Town. We're in there trying to rescue Zoro. So I was able to put some Zoro cards in where he's going to join the crew. Lots of Makino cards. Mamakino. How do I do our Mountain Bandit boy? Monkey D. Luffy. A good rush Zoro. Some Shanks. So it's mostly Luffy, Shanks, and Zoro cards early. With lots of Mamakinos. Hoping to buff him a little bit. Use the Monkey D. Garp as the searcher. Couldn't really use the Nami. Haven't met her yet in the story. So anyway, that said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. The stretchy boy and his pink-haired friend getting in a fight. What's more punk rock than that? The scenario we're going to use is going to be the escape scenario. Kind of that idea of Monkey D. Luffy's trying to escape out of Shell's Town with Zoro and get away from the Marines. Break Zoro out and get out of there. With that said, let's get into it. All right, let's set it up here. So we're going to start off by setting up the scenario in Koby. So first thing, let's set up Koby's life and the different scenario cards. So when Koby's down to 1 life, it's going to go to scenario 3. When you get him down to 3 life, we're going to step into scenario 2. Koby's going to start with 4 life. So we have Koby set up here. Put his life over on this side. We got our Koby card. We're going to start with stage 1 of the escape scenario. Circumstance here, it says escape. Trapped. The enemy has closed in from every side. Survive the assault and find a way out. We're going to draw 1. This is going to be the enemy's going to draw 1 each turn. The max cost is going to be 5 in stage 1. They're going to boost and counter with 1 card. Their target's the weakest character, and the rules here are that your defeated characters are banished. If all your Dawn are exhausted, enemy characters gain 1,000 power. So we don't want to spend all of our Dawn necessarily because that's going to boost up our enemy characters. One change for these scenarios is instead of 10 Dawn cards, we're going to have 12. And if we ever go to try and draw a Dawn at the start of our turn and there's no Dawn to draw, then we lose. So that's kind of the timer on this game is our Dawn here. So we're going to have 12 of those. Let's go ahead and shuffle up Koby's deck here for him. It was already shuffled before, but we'll put another little shuffle into it. All right, let's shuffle our Monkey D. Luffy deck and get into it here. So with the solo scenarios, we're going to play pretty normal on our side of the table, but the AI bot, the Koby side, is going to play a little differently, and we'll see how that goes as we're going here. All right, we got our Monkey D. Luffy. Let's get our starting hand out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we think here? Got some Monkey D. Luffys. We got some Makinos. I'm going to redo it. We're going to take a new one. Again, it's not the best deck. It's kind of hard one to play. The leader ability is not that great, and we're pretty restricted on what we can build with, just because, you know, episode 1 here, just getting to Shell's Town, we haven't met a lot of people yet, so we don't have as many characters to go off. So here's going to be our hand. Diable Jambe. Ooh, lots of Makinos. At least they're 2k counters. A whoop slap. Ooh, not the best hand, but we'll make it work. 3, 4, 5 life over there. Okay, so we got our hand. Put our deck over here next to our leader. Put our hand down around the bottom. We'll run the Dawn in the middle. Let's start out. Let's show you how this goes here. All right, so first turn, we're always going to start with the AI. With Koby here, he's going to flip out 1 card. First card, Yamakaji, cost of 3. That's a valid one. He'll get that out and play. Still no attacks on the first turn. We'll move it over to us as Monkey D. Luffy. Let's see what we got. Okay, 4 cost Monkey D. Luffy. I don't hate it. We got our 2 Dawn to work with here. Okay, I mean, this character is going to be strong enough to swing on our leader out the gate, and we're also going to have Koby swinging on us, so it might be good to have some of these Makinos on hand to try and block that. Let's go ahead and just start off with the Diable Jambe. However you say it. Give us some blah for our leader here, Monkey D. Luffy. And we'll try and attack. Hopefully this unblockable will help us get a good hit in. We're going to use our leader ability, move that Dawn over, the rest of Dawn over to Monkey D. Luffy. So we've boosted up to 6. And you know what? I'm not attacking a character, so I'm not worried about giving that character an extra 1,000 power. Let's go ahead and put all the Dawn on Monkey D. Luffy. So we're going to swing 7,000 into Koby. Again, Diable Jambe says, select one of your Straw Hat crew type leader or character cards. Your opponent cannot activate blocker if that leader or character attacks during this turn. That's a really good effect in the solo scenarios, and you'll see why. Because if any of these booster counter cards flipped our blocker, they're going to block our attack right out. But with Diable Jambe, we can't get blocked here. So let's go ahead and we're going to swing 7,000 into Koby's 5,000. And he gets 1 card as a booster counter. 1,000 boost on this Koby card. It's going to boost him up to 6,000. 7,000 still more. Got our first hit there. No trigger. We're going to advance to stage 2 of the escape scenario. Break out. The path to freedom lies beyond their lines. Smash through before the trap closes for good. They're now going to draw 2 characters. Max cost is going to be 8, and they're going to boost or counter 2 cards. The rules have changed now. Every time you defeat an enemy character, draw a card. So thin out the ranks is going to be a benefit for us. And draw an extra Dawn at the start of your turn. So there's some good and bad there. We're going to have some more money to spend. But again, this is our timer on the game. So that means we're going to have less time to get this done, less turns to get this done. All right, that's going to be the end of our turn here is Monkey D. Luffy. It's going to go to Koby. Koby's now going to draw into 2 characters here. We got 1 blocker. We got a Captain Morgan. With both of these, the cost is under 8, so those are valid plays. Now we're going to go over to Yamakaji, get into attack here. Would start the strongest characters, no characters to attack. He's going to go ahead and attack the leader for 5,000. Going to boost with 2. Boost up 5,000 to 6,000. 6,000 to 7,000 against our 5,000. Do we want to burn some cards here? Not this early. I'd say let's go ahead and take a hit there. Okay, trigger. KO up 20 of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. I think let's use that trigger because we got a blocker sitting here. Let's clear out their blocker. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Koby's also going to attack 5,000, boosted twice. Alvida boosting Koby. Feels right. Another 2,000. So we got 1,000, 2,000, 8,000 swinging into our Luffy here. You know what? Let's use our Makinos. Why not? Let's do 4K encounters with the Makinos. 2K apiece. And we'll block that one. Alright, turn comes back to us. Draw our card here. Curly Daydan. Little mountain bandits. Well, not much going on there. Not a very cool card. We're up to 4 Dawn. Let's see what we want to do here. Whoop Slap's pretty cool. Probably down the road to be able to move some of our Dawn over to our Monkey D. Luffy here. This Monkey D. Luffy, if you have a total of 2 or more given Dawn cards, this character gains plus 2,000 power. You may reveal 2 events from your hand, play up to 1 red character card with 3,000 power or less from your hand, then give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your leader of one of your characters. We don't have 2 events. Let's see what we should do here. Let's say we got a couple of counters maybe we can hold on to. You know, if we're able to take a character out, we get to draw a card. That's a benefit. And oh, you know what I forgot? We got to draw an extra Dawn at the start of our turn, so we actually have 5 to work with. Maybe that changes the math for us a little bit here. Maybe we do something a little different. You know what? Let's see if we can take out a character, get another card, and go from there. So we're going to boost with 2 cards. He could easily go up to 7,000, maybe even 8,000. If they flip a blocker, it's a failed attack. Do we want to risk that? You know what I say? Let's just try a little 6,000. See if we get lucky. If not, we'll just get another Monkey D. Luffy out on the board, and no harm, no foul. So we're going to swing 6,000 here into this Yamakaji. Let's see what he boosts to. He's up to 6,000. Ooh, 7,000, but also blocker. Our attack got blocked there by Ripper. Alright, so we kind of gambled, didn't pay off. Let's go ahead and spend these 4 Dawn. We'll get out our other Monkey D. Luffy. Start planning for our next turns there. Not a great turn, not a great deck. Let's see what happens. We're going to kick it back over to these guys. They get a draw 2. Koby, ooh, they got another blocker up there, another Ripper. The East Blue Navy is no good. Shellstown's finest. Alright, Yamakaji and Morgan. They would attack the strongest character, but we don't have any rested characters. They're going to come straight into our leader here. Yamakaji, 5,000 boosted twice. 6,000. Ooh, 8,000. You know, we need cards. Let's go ahead and take it. Let's see what we get here. Another Mamakino. Not what we're looking for. But at least she can boost our Monkey D. Luffy's. You know, that might work out okay. That may not be the worst thing. Captain Morgan going to swing 8,000 into Luffy. Ooh, this is a good card to have flip right then. 9,000. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. That's going to be another hit. Oh, a Searcher. Thank goodness. Okay, and Kobe's going to swing on us too. 5,000. 6,000. Nothing there. 6,000 from Kobe into life. You know what? Let's go ahead and burn our Curly Daydan in a Whoop Slap. What a great name. Best name of the match right there. Whoop Slap. Our hero. Whoop Slap down Kobe. Slap Kobe like Alvito would have. Block that hit. Not a bad turn. I don't hate it. I think we got some potential coming here now. We got 3 Dawn coming. We only got 4 here left. It'd be good if we could hit Kobe a couple times. Maybe we should turn our attention on him. We got 7 Dawn. Get a draw card here. Oh, these mountain bandits. You know, it's kind of fitting with the narrative that these mountain bandits are just killing Luffy's vibe. They're kidnapping our match just like they kidnapped him. It feels right. It feels right. All right. Kind of a nothing effect. I think we have him for the 2K counter. That's what he's here to do. Let's get the Searcher out. Let's do a little searching here. We'll spin 1. A Monkey D. Garp Dawn. Spin a Monkey D. Garp card. Look at 4. We can keep anything with a cost of 3 or more. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I like this Luffy at the rush. Give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your leader, one of your characters. Very nice. This one would be better if we had an ace leader. Oh, this card's the card. Ooh, that's Red Hair Shanks, my favorite character. All of our favorite character, we know. Let's be honest. Once we get to 9 Dawn, this is pretty sweet. Rush. A lot of blockers don't work on him. That could be the game changer right there. I think we're going to get him. We're thinking for the future. We're investing in our future there. Put the rest at the bottom of our deck. Hopefully that pays off for us. Let's find out what happens here. Okay, I forgot to bring Luffy back. So we actually have more Dawn than I thought. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still got 7 to spend. We got nothing to spend it on though. Let's get Mama Kino out there. I say we just go straight for Koby. Ooh, we got a blocker though. It's going to be a problem. We got a blocker. It's going to be a problem. We got a lot of strength that's going to be swinging on us with only 2 life left. Do we thin the field a little? I don't know. Probably no right answers. Let's just see what happens here. All right, you may rest this character up to one of your Monkey D cards gains 2,000 during this turn. We're going to save her for a future turn. We're just going to do this old-fashioned way. Use our leader ability here. Him by 1 of the rested Dawn with his ability. Gotta at least get 2 on him. 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of that Morgan. You know, that feels right. We're in Shell's Town having Luffy knock out Morgan. That seems like the right thing to do. Here's the only problem though. If I swing on Morgan, if a character is in jeopardy and has more power than the blocker, this blocker is going to activate on me. So I gotta flush this blocker out. So I think I'm going to have to bait him with this guy right here. He's at 6,000. He gets plus 2,000 because we have 2 Dawn given. 7,000. Let's reallocate this. Let's do an 8,000 shot at Koby. No, we don't even need to do that. We're all over the place. 6,000 is enough. We're going to do 6,000 at Koby. That's enough to trigger the blocker. He's going to block with 2 cards here. Ooh, gotta love Jonathan. Not necessarily the base he should be at, but I had to include him. One of the best characters in the game. One Piece's Magnum PI right there. Got 2,000, 3,000. All right, we cleared the blocker. Good job, this guy. Now we're going to swing a heavy hit. I want to go to Koby, but I'm going to take out Morgan. We're going to kind of play the long game and hope that Shanks in the end will save us here. So we got 5,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000. Let's walk one back to keep our counter active. Let's just do 11,000. Probably overkill already. We're doing 11,000 or 8,000 Morgan. We're really hoping they don't block us here. Let's see. 9,000. 10,000, no blocker. We got away with one, I feel like. There we go. We'll take it. We thin the ranks a little bit. We live to fight another day. We got a little counter in our background. We have 2 or less life cards. This is a 4,000 counter for 1 Dawn. I think we're going to make it. We got Shanksy in the back pocket, who's definitely coming out next turn. All right, let's see what happens now. Let's go over to our Koby, pink-haired, Navy-loving boy. Flip 2 cards out. A blocker just went live. They got another blocker to their advantage here. Now, let's see. Here's how this is going to work. They want to attack our strongest character. Strongest character they can attack is our Monkey D. Luffy. He's sitting at 6,000 right now. 4,000 isn't enough. What happens in that situation? They stack power. They're going to swing 9,000 into our little 6,000 Luffy. They're going to boost it with 2. Ooh! 11,000. Ooh, that's a good flip. 11,000 into our 6,000 Luffy. Can we save that boy? Well, technically we can. If we go Radical Beam here, we go with our Haguma 2K, That's 6,000. That gets him to 12. We need 11. We could save him, but does he then survive Koby? We got nothing to back him up on that Koby attack. You know, only 2 boosts. He's 5,000. He's 6,000. Maybe we get away with something. We can survive a 1K counter. Let's do it. Let's roll the dice a little bit. Let's play it. Radical Beam. Going to give us 4,000 because we're down to 2 life. He was at 6. He's at 10. Akuma gets him to 12. We're putting it all on the line to save our boy here. Koby, he's going to attack. 6,000 to 6,000. This is read it or weep here. We need a 0. We need a no counter card here. Oh, 7,000. Ooh, we lost our boy. We lost our hand. We lost our boy. It hurts. All right, we got 3 more done. We got plenty of cash. We don't have plenty of cards. So we got 11 done. Our 12th don's here. It's going to give us 1 more turn. We draw a card. Huh. We got a 1K counter. We got to do some kind of blitz. We got to do some kind of blitz and swing hard on old Koby. The downside is they got a blocker we got to get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to get our red hair Shanks out. Our 10K guy. We'll move a Don over to Luffy, get him up to 6. We're going to have to punch through that blocker. Let Shanks punch Koby. Then hope our team can survive till the next round, I'm thinking. You know what? Let's actually move this over to Garp. Maybe Garp can come through later. We're going to use Makino to boost him to 7. 7 to attack Koby, knowing we're going to get blocked here. We got a 4,000 blocker. Ooh! Shu coming out of the deck and blocking to save Garp there. But he's at least rested now. Alright, we got our Monkey D. Garp. We can boost him up to 5. We can boost him up to 5. Maybe he can reduce some of the heat coming our way here. Let's go ahead and have him swing at this blocker. Reduce them 4,000 maybe. Monkey D. Garp on Monkey D. Garp. One of the oddities of the game. 5,000 against a 4,000. If we take him out, at least he won't have the, a 4,000 character going forward. Let's see. So 5,000 to 4,000. We're going to boost twice. Ooh, that's what we needed. A 1K and we got him. Oh! The hero of Shellstown, Ripper, coming through with another block. These blocks are killing us. All right, well, this is the time for Shanks to go ahead and take that 10,000 swing into Koby. It's going to boost twice. Blocker. Blocker. 2 blockers. Do we get through them? Your opponent cannot activate a blocker character that's 2,000 or less power. 5,000, 6,000. We got blocked again. Not a good turn. I think that's going to be it for us. Let's see what happens, though. Ooh, it hurts. Okay. Let's get their team line up here. 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000. They're going to be going for Shanks. They're going to flip 2 new cards. All right. Luckily, I don't see any blockers over there. I don't think we have to worry about those guys attacking. I don't think the game's going to go that long. All right. Everyone's going to be targeting Shanks as our strongest character. They got to get up to 10,000. So they're going to start adding up. 4,000 plus 4,000 is 8,000 plus 5,000. We got 13,000 swing. Boosted twice. 14,000. Ooh, 16,000. That's going to do it. That's going to do it to old red hair Shanks. Cards are not going our way today. All right, 5,000. Going to go into Garp. 5,000 boosted twice. 6,000. 7,000 Belmere. Expect her. All right, 7,000 into Garp. He's at 2,000. No, we don't have it. We don't have it. Last thing's last. Koby's actually going to swing into that Makino because he's targeting characters before the leader. It's just overkill at this point. 7,000. They cleared our board there. We got our final dawn. We got 12 dawn to work with, only 2 cards. Ooh. I don't think we got it, but let's see how close we can get it. Got 5 dawn. Let's get out our rush Luffy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use our leader ability and bounce one of these rested dawn over to him. He's at least 7,000. Let's get a 10,000. I feel like you can do a 10,000 swing. Let's sing at 10,000. When attacking, give up to 1 rested dawn to your leader or one of your characters. Kick that over here to our leader. 10,000 into Koby. Let's see what we got here. Koby. Only 6,000. Boom, we got a hit. Let's use our other Luffy here. So what can we get him boost up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 10,000 swing on Koby. Last 2 cards in the deck here. 7,000, no blocker. Alright, no trigger there. Stage 3 of Escape. Characters gain plus 1,000 power whenever they defeat an enemy character. That's the rule of the situation. The home stretch, the end is finally in sight, but the last few steps may be the most dangerous of all. The AI here would still draw 2. Max cost is 10, so any cards are playable and they'd be boosting and countering with 3. That's going to be it. We're out of dawn. We could go through their turn, but once it gets to us, it's going to be over. So Monkey D. Luffy loses in Shellstown. That's how this thing starts out. Should we replay it? Should we try it again on the next video? Try and beat Shellstown, or do you just move on? I don't know. Either way, hope that was fun for you guys to see how these solo cards work. They're all available on 4085gamery.com. So if you want to start making your own solo scenarios, go for it. There are going to be more scenarios they're going to post. Initially, I just have a couple as I'm kind of play testing them and finding out what works. But keep your eyes on the site. We're going to put out some more solo scenarios. It's just a good way when you have a minute, if you want to get in and play with these cards. You know, the tournament scene isn't always the right fit or accessible, but this is a good way you can be playing with your cards, trying decks out in a fun way, and also a way to lean into the narrative a little bit and bring the show, bring the manga, bring whatever it is you like about it, bring that to life a little bit, and enjoy these cool cards. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have more videos to follow. All right, so the post-match rundown here. We just had our stretchy boy versus pink hair friend. What's more punk rock than that? What a way to start it out. Koby had a lot of great blockers come out. That made a huge impact. A lot of great blockers. Not a lot of great draws over here on the Monkey D. Luffy side. Zoro did not make an appearance. He never got out of the stockades. He was just hanging out in there the whole time. We couldn't break him free. I think that made a difference. We had some good Shanks cards we didn't see. We got hung up with a lot of mountain bandits, which, doesn't that make sense for the story that these mountain bandits are the ones just killing Luffy's vibe early? Kidnapping the match? Didn't see any of the Ace, Sabo, and Luffy cards. It really missed out on the Zoro. I think we could have got a little more Shanks, a little more Zoros. Maybe could have got that win. I don't know. A lot of good blockers from Koby. Either way, Shellstown, game, set, match, winner Koby.